Well, hello everyone. This is Victor Dragon 360, and yeah, I just wanted to show you a little trick that I basically thought of recently. I was playing Broforce. You probably heard of it. It's like a little 2D parody game about different heroes or soldiers in a way. And you have different characters and so on, basically saving their country and serving their civil duty. And there's basically loads and loads of flags in that game, and the flags are like always going in the wave pattern, like in the wind, you know. So I thought, what if we want to make some effect like that in the Clickteam Fusion 2.5? Well, I think I actually got a quite simple solution. If we go to new application, double click it, frame, and all obviously, as I keep saying, the dots in my frame are actually just a grid, so you can enable or disable it with this button. I just keep it for the simplicity. So double click, make two actives. One is going to be a pole of the flag, so stretch it, make it a bit narrower, and make it some color. Okay, so now we make another active, which is basically going to be our flag. And I'm quite well, I got to admit, rubbish at geography, so don't blame me if I make some sort of weird flag that kind of symbolizes something. Basically, I don't know what it means. I'm just gonna make it say yellow color, put like some blue cross on it. Yeah, I'm not even sure which flag that is, honestly. I'm not good at geography. I know it's not my flag. I know it's not German flag, so it must be the Swedish or some other non-German flag. Okay, yeah. So we got our pole, we got our flag. Now, if we run it, obviously the active is just gonna be there. Yep, just shows up like that. Not very exciting. Now, what I actually want to do does not use any physics engine of any sort. It just uses the effect of bending the space, and that is done with a perspective object. If you don't have it, you can download it using the manager, and there it is, perspective. You just place it on top of the active object, and now you have to set it up correctly in order to have the right display output. Basically what it does, it applies an effect over the active objects that are under it. So at the moment the perspective object lies above the flag object, basically active 2. So we go to the first tab, settings, and we need to give it a sine wave, and obviously we need to keep it horizontal because it's going to go like this, not like that. And we keep it right top. Yeah, we don't need to change that. Zoom in value. Now that's actually a really important bit. If we leave it at high value, it will really keep the sine wave very sharp. So we'll need to reduce. Well, actually, I'll show you. Let's have one sine wave, and let's run it. So you can really messes up the flag all over the place because it zooms in too much. So I'm gonna put it to, I think, 3 times as low. Let's put it to 25. So now it actually looks like a flag. Now it's all good, but we need to actually animate it as if it's being waving in the wind, if that makes sense. So what do? First, we need to create the speed of the wind. So we go to application, create new variable, value, and call it flag, or wind speed rather, just in case we have loads of flags. Wind speed. Yeah, that's just something we're gonna use as a variable that can be changed by the game, or in whichever means you want. So what is going to happen? The sine wave is going to go along the flag. So let me show you briefly. This is the flag, and the sine wave goes like this from right to left. And as like our perspective is set to horizontal, it will obviously shift like this. So it will wave in the right direction. Let's go to events editor and create a new condition. So we always want to change the set of the sine wave, the offset right here, and we basically want to get the old offset value from the perspective and add however fast we want it to go. So that is going to be the value of the wind speed. So grab it here. Offset perspective plus wind speed equals the new offset of the sine wave. Okay. Now, if we click and run the application now, obviously nothing's happening. That is because we didn't set the speed of the basically the wind speed. If we set it to say 3 and run it again, it's actually going to change now, like, as if it's in the wind, like that. If you want it to go slower, you obviously set it to lower value. And yeah, like more lazy wind. You want it faster, you set it to higher value, like 10. And there we have it. That's pretty much it. I mean, you can obviously apply like different effects with more perspective objects. Like you can put as many as you want, and they will render everything underneath them. So if I place another perspective object, I can set it to some panorama or some perspective, or basically whichever effect I want. But for the normal flag movement of the wave, that's how you do it. Anyway, hope that was useful and you found it kind of entertaining and useful for your game or application. And I'll see you next time. Victor's Waking 360 out.